Madison, where in the world are you right now? Your brother gets to be home today. Hurry up and do groceries and come home. I have my mock exam today. I'm being tested in all subjects for my entrance exam, so I'll be home late. I told you. You never told me that. Yes, I did. I posted my prep school schedule on the fridge, too. Besides, this prep school has a lot of mock exams. They have a high admittance rate. And you were the one who signed me up for it without even telling me. I didn't mind going to the prep school near my high school. You're unlike your brother. You're a failure, just so you can become a doctor. Your father and I looked for the right prep school. But what is this? Are you still complaining? It's because you signed me up without talking to me about it. This prep school is far from my school or our house. It takes 2 hours for me just to get home. I'll be taking mock exams all evening, so I'll be home late. But your brother, who lives in a dorm as a medical resident, is coming home today. What about dinner? Why are you even asking me that? I don't care what you eat, but I need your brother to get the right nutrition. So I need you to go do groceries. We'll do sukiyaki today. Make sure you buy beef from the butchery that we always go to. Also, make sure the vegetables you buy are all organic. But the butchery and the grocery market is far apart. Besides, I can't go because I have my mock exams. But it's for your brother. Mom, you're a stay-at-home wife. You can do groceries. You don't even have anything planned today. What are you talking about? I need to make sure our house is tidy since your brother is coming home. I need to clean the house and I don't have time for groceries. Clean the house? But you usually make me and the cleaning robot do that. You make it sound like I don't do any housework. But that's the truth. You always buy ready-to-eat food. You've never even packed a lunch for me before. I'm always packing my own lunch. I've been cleaning the house. I take out your and Dad's clothes to dry cleaning. I do my own laundry, and I even iron them out. Look, I'm a wife of a doctor. And to add, I'm the director's wife. I have to keep up my relationship with others. There are parties that I have to go to, too. I don't have the time to be eating at home. And I only wear clothes that need to be dry cleaned. Mom, my mock exam is about to start, so I'm turning off my cell phone. Hey, your brother is about to come home! He came home last week, too. He dorms, but he dorms at Dad's hospital. Besides, the hospital is only 20 minutes away from our house. If I need to choose between the mock exams and the welcome back party for my brother, I'm sorry, but I'm choosing my mock exams. Bye now. Hey, Madison! I'm not forgiving you for this. Don't even think you'll get to have dinner tonight.
I guess my sister is a failure no matter what she does. Mom told me. She said you failed your medical school entrance exam. It was so easy for me to get in, though. You're such a failure.
Seth, did you go out of your way to text me just to say those things? I thought medical residents are busy.
I wanted to cheer you up after being such a failure that you were rejected for med school. And I've gone out of my way to talk to you. Me, out of all people.
Thank you very much for that. I have other exams coming up, so I need to study. Anything else you want to talk to me about?
When I was back home, you didn't even care to have dinner with me because you were studying. But look at you, failing the exams.
Mom and Dad scheduled my early entrance exams without even talking to me. The average GPA for that school is high, so I didn't even know if I'd get in to begin with. I'm telling myself that it couldn't be helped.
Is that what you told our parents?
I haven't even been talking to them. They won't even say hi to me the past week.
They're spending their hard-earned money to let you take those exams. I can't believe you failed them.
What? Does that mean they paid for your exam fees?
Of course! They paid for my prep school, mock exams, and entrance exam fees. I didn't pay a penny.
I had to pay for the mock exams and the entrance exam fees.
So, they never had their hopes up for you to begin with. Maybe they didn't want to spend on you because they knew you were a failure.
But they were the ones who decided which school I had to apply to.
Well, unlike you, I make our parents proud. They're willing to spend as much money as I need.
Mom has been saving up all my New Year's red envelope money, and also every celebration money that we got, but she said she's been paying out of those funds. She said there isn't enough money for my upcoming entrance exams, so I had to pay for it myself.
But it's your fault for not getting in with the early exams.
But you got admitted after passing the late exams.
They paid everything for my exams, though. I've never ended up paying for anything in my life.
You're kidding. What about the textbooks and the past exam samples?
Why would I have to spend on that stuff?
I've been saving my $10 monthly allowance just to buy them.
What, is your allowance only $10? Seriously?
I didn't get anything when I was in elementary school. I was getting $5 in junior high and $10 after I started going to high school.
That's so funny! They seriously don't love you!
What do you mean?
They never gave me allowance. They'd give me as much as I wanted any time I wanted.
What? Was that how you afforded to buy all those photo books of actresses and idols? I thought you were saving up your allowance.
No way! I can't possibly go on with my fandom with allowances. Concert tickets for idols are expensive. So are the merch and accommodations if I go out of town, too.
So, did you get to spend as much as you wanted to study and to entertain yourself?
That's right. Why were you even born?
What?
Besides, Mom and Dad told me that they wanted another son. But you were born, and you turned out to be a failure, too. I'm sure they're disappointed. You're not good at anything, unlike me.
Oh my God.
Well, your college entrance exams proved how much of a failure you are. It's about time our parents give up on you. Too bad for you. Anyway, I have a date with a nurse right now. Unlike yours, my life is so successful.
Madison, your father and I had a discussion. We're cutting ties with you. What? Why are you saying that all of a sudden? It seems like you're still struggling at the prep school, but we don't need a daughter. Who's a failure to have not entered a med school with the early entrance exams. This means that we're going to tell ourselves that we never had a daughter to begin with. Your brother will be the heir for our hospital. Hold on a second. Did you just say that you're going to pretend that you never had a daughter? I said we're cutting ties. We're going to pretend that you never existed. We'll be parting our ways. You're an idiot, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Cut ties? We don't need a failure who couldn't get into a med school. Your brother got in after his first attempt, but you're a failure. You're a disgrace to our family of doctors, and we want you gone. Understood. Make sure you hurry. Your brother has been wanting to come home from the dorm because you're a failure and you couldn't get into med school. He said he wants to live with us as he considered inheriting everything from us as our only child. Unlike you, your brother is so successful. So he's coming home. Of course, I made sure to clean his old room, but he'll be living as a doctor, so he'll need another room to make it a study room. And is that going to be my room? So, hurry up and gather all your belongings so you can move out. You already graduated high school, so it's such a great timing. I don't want you to come back begging for our family's help, so I'll be having you sign off a document to cut ties with us. A document? You won't get involved with our family moving forward. You won't ever say that you're our daughter. You'll never see us again. So I guess you guys didn't want me after all. Okay, I'll leave within the upcoming week. I'm 18 and I'm a grown adult. I'll take care of myself moving forward. Oh, this is satisfying! All your cousins work in the medical industry. They're either studying to become doctors or pharmacists. I'd be embarrassed if I had to tell them that we have a failing daughter in our household. I see. I wasn't aware that my cousin got into med school. He's your age and your cousin. I wonder where things went wrong when I was raising you. His father runs a group of medical facilities, including the hospital that your father runs. So I guess there's nothing to be surprised about. Anyway, make sure you hurry up and move out. Understood. I'll be taping on the document to have you sign off that we're cutting ties on your door. Make sure you sign it. All right, it's about time you paid me back what you owe. I'm sure you have a decent amount of income now that you've been working for a while now, even if you were to be working a job that only the dumbest people would take. May I ask who you are? Why do you keep making yourself sound so dumb when you're already so dumb? I'm your mother. Mother? I thought I blocked you. Blocking your mother? What an insult! But you are the one who blocked me after making me sign a document to agree on cutting ties with you. I'm reaching out to you from my new account. I went out of my way to do that. I thought we cut ties. How can I help you at this point? Did you read what I wrote? I'm trying to have you pay me back what you owe. What I owe? I don't recall owing you anything. I raised you until you were 18. It cost about $1 million. Now hurry up and pay it. $1 million? Education, food, utilities. Besides, you can't live anywhere for free, right? As my parent, you were obligated to raise me. Besides, where did you get the $1 million calculated from? Who cares about that? I'm telling you that it's how much we spent on you, even if it was slightly less than $1 million. You deserve to pay a little extra as a token of appreciation for us to have raised you. For you to have raised me? I've been doing all the housework. I paid for all my textbooks and college entrance exam fees. You took all the money that I got from my relatives, and you spent that money on my education. Don't you appreciate your parents even the slightest bit? I cut ties with my family 8 years ago. Besides, shouldn't you be charging that to my brother? Why would I do that? He said he never got allowances because you'd give him as much money he wanted whenever he wanted. I saved my allowance to buy textbooks and passed exam samples when you paid for all of that for him. If you're charging me $1 million, are you charging him about $2 million? I can't possibly charge your brother that. Unlike you, your brother is talented. He's talented, and that's why he's worth spending money on. I can't possibly make him pay us back all that we spend. Because he ended up becoming unemployed and introverted. He doesn't have any income. What? How did you even know that? I did a small research on my family. Have you not gotten over being our daughter? Is that why you're stalking our family? What are you talking about? Dad ended up making a huge medical error, and he's now liable to compensate greatly for that. And my brother gave up becoming a doctor after making a medical error while he was still a med resident. And you don't even do anything, but you have a lot of things to say about how the hospital was being run. And you even ultimately laid hands on the hospital funds when you're a useless mother who doesn't even do a single housework. Of course, I moved on from being a part of a family of failure. Hold on! How do you even know all of that? Well, I was involved in the lawsuit that Dad is going through because of his medical error. What did you just say? I've become an attorney. I work at a law firm that specializes in medical errors and medical lawsuits. As a part of the group of attorneys, I don't show up at the court, but I'm supporting the team regarding Dad's case. So I ended up doing research about you guys, about how the medical error happened too. An attorney? You spent the hospital's funds because my brother, despite being unemployed and introverted now, had been demanding for money whenever he wanted it like how he always had, and you chose to give him what he wanted. Wasn't that why the hospital ended up failing in the business aspect? Dad wasn't a talented business owner to begin with. He wasn't very talented as a doctor either, and he was getting terrible reviews. So, you guys ended up going low cost on necessary budgets like equipment, which led to the medical error. Is that how much research you've done? I have more weapons against you guys. All this evidence has reliable sources. Unlike how the $1 million was calculated on your end. I mean, did you say you're an attorney? Why? I've always been better at liberal arts than science to begin with. So I couldn't get into a med school since science was so important. But I got into law school with the late exams. I was interested in laws to begin with, too. What about tuition? Uncle didn't mind paying. So, after I graduated from school, I wanted to get a job that I could make use of myself for Uncle. And that's why I decided to work at a law firm that specializes in the medical field. Your uncle? He's the top of the group of medical establishments, including Dad's hospital. Why was he willing to pay for your tuition? When you guys kicked me out of the house, I asked if he could let me stay at his house until I find a home for myself. He's always been concerned about how I was being neglected ever since when I was little, too. Besides, my brother never dealt with our relatives because he was too lazy to do so, right? I made sure I was close to my relatives, and I've always gotten along with my cousins. So I just relied on my relatives that I could trust. So, are you really a lawyer? Yes, I am. I'm sure my name was listed under the group of lawyers, too. Did you not read the documents that were sent to you guys? Your father said we could just ignore it. If you ignore it, you're only going to keep strangling yourselves. You need to make sure you deal with it sincerely, or else you'll leave terrible impressions. I suggest you not. Hey, you're our child, right? Why are you doing this to our family? I thought we cut ties. I have a copy of the document to agree that we were cutting ties. Also, about the education and living costs or whatever that you were talking about earlier. If you want to charge me $1 million, go ahead and do what you want. Of course, make sure you give me a clear breakdown. You need to provide me evidence of every penny that you've spent, too. I wouldn't have that! And of course, I want you to make sure you disclose the way you spent. The New Year's allowances and other celebration gifts that I got from relatives, too. Make sure you clarify how they were spent, down to a single penny. I'm confident at this point of my life. I can easily take your challenge to do a legal war with you. You kept favoring my brother, and you kicked out your daughter as you pretended that she never existed 80 years ago. And I've been working hard all along to make you regret what you've done. Okay, fine. I'll praise you for working so hard. I don't mind acknowledging you. Even if you failed to become a doctor, it's amazing to know that you've become a lawyer. So I need you to help us out. Our company lawyer ended up fleeing from us because we haven't been paying his salary. He's so irresponsible, don't you think? Well, you did that to yourself. So, if you decide to be with us instead, that's all we ask for, right? We're a family. We should take care of each other. We don't mind hiring you as our company lawyer. So, you need to come back to us, Madison. Praise me? Hire me? Come back? You're just so selfish. Did you really think you still get to make decisions on my behalf? What? I'm sorry, but I make my own decisions. I can act on my own. Thanks to someone, I've become independent quickly. I still have to get ready, so I'd like to excuse myself at this time. I'm blocking you now. Hold on a second, Madison! The idea of getting text messages from a stranger who's not even my family frightens me so badly. and I won't be able to fall asleep at night. Goodbye.
I heard you're a lawyer now. Does that mean you're rich? I want you to send me $1,000 to start with.
I don't think you can afford the Magical Law Girls limited time Blu-ray that comes with a plastic figure with just $1,000.
How'd you know about that?
Also, I'm sorry to know that you weren't able to get the ticket to the live-action movie that they'll be coming up with.
How do you even have the ticket?
I already know the story, and I watched it already, but the vendors still decided to give me the tickets anyway.
What's going on?
The Magical Law Girls live action is done by your favorite idol, right? The one who graduated from being an idol to becoming an actress.
You're kidding. What the heck?
I took this photo when they were shooting the film.
What?
Magical Law Girl is originally a manga, right? My friend is actually the author. I helped her out with the legal details that are part of that story, and since I was involved, she let me get involved with the movie too. So, the author and I got to watch how the movie was getting filmed.
You're kidding me! How is this even possible?
I heard you've been locking yourself inside your room, so you only get to watch these people, but it was so fun to get to actually talk to them.
Madison! No, Ms. Madison! Will you please introduce me to the author? I'd also like the ticket to the movie, too! Also, if you know the idol or the actress's contact information, can I please have them?
I promised your family that I'd cut ties with your family, so I'd like to kindly refuse. You've always looked down on me, calling me a failure all the time. But there's one last thing I wanted to tell you, so that's why I still kept your contact information.
One last thing to tell me?
I became a lawyer, and I'm successful. I have relationships with others that you would envy. I am so very happy that I cut ties with your family. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, so I'm blocking you now. Goodbye, my ex-brother. After being sued for a medical error, my father ended up failing his hospital. The family had to sell their house to pay the liability. My parents ended up cutting ties with my brother and went back to their hometown. But because the whole incident was on the news, they don't really have a place in their hometown either. My brother has never accomplished anything in his life, so after he's been kicked out, he seemed to have been making desperate attempts to contact me, but I ignored them all. I overheard from someone that he currently works a job that provides housing.